I do not.
No. Well, welcome everybody to the second AIM multi-tourney. This time we got sponsorship from Wooting, which will grant an award of a new Wooting keypad to the first place winner of this lobby. We're going to play 7 custom maps from all 8 players, and the player with the cumulative lowest miscount will be the winner. I believe we're just waiting on one more player, and that should be WhiteCat. He'll be in soon, but I am Vorty, and commentating this alongside me is the one and only Shiba.
Yo, hello, good morning. Hope you're all well. Yes, this is gonna be very fun. Thank you for inviting me, Woody, to join you here. Thank you very much.
I mean, yeah, it's always more fun with more casters. Always better duo than solo.
Precisely.
I think this stream title is gonna be scuffed because I don't think anybody here has mod privileges to change it.
Nope.
But that is just gonna have to suffice. And that is every player in the lobby. Love to see it. I think last time we had like originally 16, which is a lot, like probably too much for a lobby because it made it hard to tell. Yeah, this time we got everybody, which is very nice to see. This time I think all the players here played qualies, which was 4 custom maps. You send in your best scores, cumulative miscount gets the qualifying spots. The 3 players to look out for here is going to be WhiteCat, Plasma, and Lolu, just because those 3, cumulatively WhiteCat getting 6 misses, I believe Plasma getting 7, and then Lolu getting 8. The next best, Kurumiw, getting 22, so I think those are going to be the 3 heavy hitters of this lobby.
Yeah, I mean, these 3 are kind of famous for being general, primarily AIM players. You've seen players like Plasma and WhiteCat particularly play tournaments generally throughout the years, but I think Plasma especially has done some crazy like skill cap heavy pop-offs on you see the Twitter clips and general scores. Like, I think Plasma, WhiteCat, and Lolu are all 3 players who are just able to just hit ridiculous patterns at ridiculous speeds and spacing. So some of these maps aren't going to be able to test that though until like the very late stage. So you still have to be consistent, and that's the one thing where you have to count in some of the other players who aren't as favored compared to the usual top 3. So I'm looking forward to that. Until it gets to really late stage, Plasma, WhiteCat, and Lolu as 3 aren't going to be as dangerous, which does lean into potential of a miss or a potential choke. And at this stage, the players of the caliber here that we have, like Kurumiw, Yary, Account. Wait, somebody called Account in here? Or is that a different name that I'm not aware of? Is a name change? Is that Origin? Is that Origin?
That's the one player that.
Yeah. Let me.
But getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Origin. I double checked. Reiterating the, format for the people who weren't here at the beginning. It's just total miscount. We're gonna play 7 maps in the lobby, all custom AIM maps, and the player at the end with the lowest total miscount is gonna be deemed the winner.
Yeah, so everybody's going to be playing all of the maps that come through. It's gradually gaining in skill. And another fact that we have to mention is that these maps are all sight read. These players do not actually have a good idea of what's going to come at them. And that adds to a little bit of the intensity and a little bit of the hype, because some of the patterns kind of get volatile out of nowhere. Quite a few diff spiky sections on certain maps that are going to lead to sudden misses that could be a bit of a surprise. And there goes the first drop of the event from Lolu. FooTShooT also joins. I think MINHOCALOKA actually also dropped not too long ago, but I think it was a slider break. And you're already seeing quite a few misses here, but more slider breaks than misses, I'd say, for now.
I do think it is always easier to find the silly breaks on the sliders compared to the circles, for whatever reason. But you can see this is, I would probably say, the most comfortable map of the entire lobby, and we can already see misses coming out the entire lobby. Only WhiteCat to still hold onto that FC. This is one of the longer maps of the pool as well. I think this might be the 3rd or 2nd longest map, but WhiteCat holding on through the halfway mark. Plasma finding a really solid recovery after his early miss. Such a brutal aim consistency.
Yeah, this just keeps on going consistently with this difficulty. Very few moments in the map where you really get a bit of room to breathe. A session like this, for example, is one of those paths where you're building up a little bit of accuracy and hoping that you don't tragically miss, like Plasma, FooTShooT, and WhiteCat. All three going down during the build-up as we get into the final KI, where the spacing starts to ramp up a little bit to its highest, and a lot of drops coming through here, but it does seem to be Lolu and Yary holding on to the leading combos as we approach the ending of the map.
Yary finding a massive combo at the ending here. Really difficult section, but holding on. Obviously, combo doesn't matter as much as, obviously, the miscount. That is the real factor. Chain misses as well because of that become extra devastating. You can see Lolu now with 500, but does find a miss at this insanely spaced ending. Yeah, banger song. I would say this is probably maybe the best song in the pool to start off here.
Definitely one of the best in my mind. I think this map and the final map are my two personal favorite songs here. Also, this map has a variety. The maps that we have some variation in the aiming styles as well. You're not going to be just seeing some decently comfortable BPM, high spacing jumps. You're going to be seeing some rapid spacing, certain types of patterning, certain types of BPMs on top of that. It's not just going to be the same usual, oh look, big aim, different song. So yeah, you're going to be seeing some variation, which might lead to a sudden switch up on some of the players who are struggling here. I never got to see the miscounts. Did you see the miscounts on that one?
Yeah. I have the MP up. I think the stream visual is a little bit toast right now, but we have, I think the lowest miscount there was Plasma with 4, followed by Lolu with 5, Yary with 6, Account, which is Origin, with 7, WhiteCat with 8, and we have MINHOCALOKA and Kurumiw both with 10, and then FooTShooT with 12. So honestly, nobody coming out as a clear favorite at the gate. Obviously, Plasma with the advantage. Keep in mind, Plasma winning the last cup aim tourney iteration.
Yeah, good start, especially for Plasma. Lowest in the lobby, but trailed not by too far from Lolu and Yary. So it's looking pretty good so far.
But it's going to be interesting because as the skill cap ramps up, I think it's really going to differentiate who can hang. Because some of, especially I think the second last map in the play order is probably the hardest, and I think that will shatter a lot of people. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, I like the kind of the miscount format with the aim here, because it's not necessarily that early combo, it's not the accuracy. It really massively focuses on how hard can you hit the patterns, and with the miscount being the most important with the aim, like slider breaks don't count. It's another thing. Like, it really relies on that. That's always been a thing with aim tournaments and aim events.
Yeah. We're on Zeta. I think this is not the map, by the way, that they'll be playing.
This isn't the map. This isn't the map that's supposed to be played. I believe, let me just double check the sheet that we have. It's meant to be Sunflower coming up next. At 8.05 stars.
Should be coming up in a bit.
I have to wait because I think the client's a little off.
Potentially. Believe OBS is having some shenanigans. Prage on the tech.
There we go. There we go.
In the middle of Sunflower, I believe about halfway through.
No.
Also, I think last, by the way, was a custom from Tsundere Sam. This is a custom from Quantum Vortex. I think both players having 2 maps in the pool, but right now, at a glance, WhiteCat is doing very well. So is also WhiteCat in both corners, actually. Both at 99.8. Double WhiteCat.
There are 2 WhiteCats. Yeah, that's true. I mean, what's better than 1 WhiteCat? 2 WhiteCats.
And double the miscount though if you're playing twice. Bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Actually, inherent nerfs there. But yeah, there you go. There's the first drop coming through from WhiteCat. No one else really being able to hold on to any big combos here. The jumps get really spaced consistently throughout
Yeah,
the map.
this in terms
as it
of
already hits a peak, like
yeah.
that's it. It's done.
I'd say in terms of raw difficulty, definitely a big step up. A little bit shorter, so not as consistent. Quick check on the miscounts. We have 2 from WhiteCat there, so best in the lobby. Plasma, though, trailing with 4, which means cumulatively Plasma's on 8 miscount versus WhiteCat's 10. Lolu as well, matching right behind 11. So right now, I think it is those 3 players to look out for that we mentioned earlier on, but Yary as well, getting 9, and FooTShooT getting 8. So right now, it's pretty even between, I would say, the top 3. I think we might be getting another reset to fix the slot one bug, hopefully. But
Currently, the bottom 3 at the moment all on 27 and 26. MINHOCALOKA, Kurumiw, and Origin. Both the Brazilians on 27, the lowest miscount. And Origin trailing not too far with 26 total misses at the moment. It's currently Plasma who's holding on to the main general miscount lead with a total of 8 for our first 2 maps.
yeah. It's important to mention, though, that obviously, although it is miscount being the win con here, WhiteCat did top score both maps in terms of combo gaming.
Yeah.
Plasma not too far behind.
Yeah. Despite the miscounts, despite the win conditions here, it's safe to say so far WhiteCat's kind of the leading player at the moment.
Yeah.
But in terms of miscount, Plasma's taking it at the moment. Not by too much. WhiteCat's still very easily able to take it, but yeah, we're dealing with some tech issues at the moment.
The
client is just dying on us.
Is dying. This is, I believe, the longest map in the pool, just under 4 minutes. The lowest BPM, 164 BPM. Low starting as well, but by no means, I would say, does that make it the easiest. We do see double Lolus. I believe the player not seen right now is, let's see, FooTShooT. But oh, and Yary, because there's also 2 Kurumiw Ws, but I think we'll have to bear with it for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a brutal one. I think this is the type of aim that Grand is probably most known for, which is really low BPM, but extremely difficult just based on the very consistent, difficult spacing.
I mean, everything goes to the corner, everything goes across the screen. Like, you're constantly trying to be disciplined in your spacing, and you're not really relying on that super rapid stuff. You have to be a lot more precise in this, and a lot more careful with that, how far or how short you going so far across the screen. And it's leading to quite a lot of people breaking. It does seem to be Lolu, though, at the moment, leading to the most combo. Most misses, I can't really tell at the moment, but it does seem to be Lolu to be the leading player, and Kurumiw W as well, not too far away either.
I do think the accuracy is probably a case of this map. Like, the song itself is not a consistent BPM. It's constantly variable in terms of the timing of the notes, so it's just going to make it really hard to pick up the exact rhythm. So the act doesn't matter as much when you're focusing on miscount. Now, WhiteCat definitely winning on the accuracy game, though we'll see how that translates to misses. Kurumiw having that over 300 combo. Let's find the break.
Yeah, at the moment, Plasma leading onto leading combo right now. WhiteCat had a great pop off towards the big spike section, but at the moment, everybody's struggling. It's all Plasma at the moment. Just look at him go, hitting the entire section there. This just doesn't let you go, and this is 4 minutes of just ridiculously high spacing patterns here.
It's definitely, I would say, probably the most straining map of the playlist.
Yeah, this will hit you. This will hit you hard, long term.
Maybe a quick panic. We now see FooTShooT. Unfortunately, still no Yary, but improvement. I believe the ending as well does have a couple of streams, which shouldn't be too bad at this BPM. They should be relatively comfy to aim, but if you find the chain misses, that might really hurt your cumulative miscount. And I want to see if any of the leading miscount players find a break on it.
Well, do remember this is a aim heavy map, and with the fact that on top of that they are sight reading, they might not expect this, and that might freak them out.
I think everybody hit that one.
Yeah, they did. Giant act drop from FooTShooT though, in particular, almost just completely collapsing on that. But thankfully, he's not going to go down. And as you said, that low BPM and the spacing not being too volatile is definitely a bit more comfortable for our players. Nobody actually dropping any misses on the streams, thankfully. Quite a lot of act drops considering how low the BPM is, but the miscounts still stay as a victim of the high jump spacing and not anything like that, thankfully. And that's
such
it.
a relentless map. Oh my god, it was actually Yary with the lowest miscount, 9 miscount. I don't think we saw him for the first half, or like the first good section of that map. I think he might have been blocked. But 710 combo, 9 misses, absurdly high accuracy, easily the best play in the lobby. And that play, I think, puts him in the running for the cumulative best miscount. I think it's 4 players now, between WhiteCat, Plasma, Lolu, and Yary, who all are currently there. Actually, no, Plasma with 8. Plasma with 8, didn't see that. It's crazy how, man, Plasma just has some way of knowing the no mistech. Because obviously it seems like by the comfort, Yary with higher accuracy and combo, but Plasma just squeaking by.
Plasma is just gaining his lead more and more at the moment. Total miscount of 16, and the next lowest miscount is WhiteCat of 20. Having an advantage super early, especially with a map that long and consistent, does show a good promise. Especially because the inside information, I remember Plasma saying that he actually was kind of on a speed cap day today, and not speed cap, sorry, aim skill cap day, and not a consistency one. And considering he got the lowest miscount on the most consistency heavy map in the pool, is pretty impressive, and that does worry me for the rest of the lobby, because at the moment Plasma's just pretty far ahead, I won't lie.
I mean, it's relatively far ahead, but a single really difficult map where you just get a couple of chain misses in that 4 missed lead that Plasma has is surmounted pretty quickly. I believe we're going to turn off the hit lighting, so we're going to pause the lobby for about a minute just to do that, so we can see a little bit clearer. But we're getting into the next map. It's going to be Quantum Vortex. I believe this is the second Quantum Vortex map of the pool. But yeah, the hit lighting should be sorted out now, which is good. This map, 182 BPM. I would say this is probably more comfortable than the Grand map in terms of, comfort, but definitely harder mechanically just due to the... I would say it's similar spacing, but it's higher BPM, but a little bit more comfy. Not as many slider jumps that you have to deal with or anti-aim.
Yeah, and it's Paramore. We love Paramore. At the total miscounts at the moment, it's starting to separate at the moment. It's starting to separate right now because you've still got Plasma on 16, but the highest miscount is actually coming from Origin with a total of 53 misses at the moment, which is not ideal. He's quite far away from the rest. The next highest miscount is from Kurumiw of 38.
I mean, so honestly, you're gonna have
to hope for a pop-off.
Considering how hard these maps are, I'm surprised the chasm isn't greater. I mean, between the top 4 performers, you have 16, 20, 23, and 24. It's all within striking distance of those top 4.
I mean, FooTshooT is surprisingly impressive, actually. Still on 26 as well. 2 misses off of Yary.
Right
yeah, FooTshooT's definitely impressive. I did not expect him to be able to match up to players like Yary and Lolu by 3 miscount, which is pretty good.
I think I anticipate that as the maps get a little bit harder, we'll see if that widens. So far, nobody on an FC on this one.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, this map's really messed up. It's so incredibly spaced. You just get those constant cross-screen, like 1-2 jumps but they're at a more comfortable angle and generally a bit more predictable to aim and process. So that's why you're not seeing as many high miscounts on the awkwardness. It's more the length and consistently how long these patterns run for that leads to a little bit of a collapse from some of the players here, and that's where you notice it from several players. I mean, everyone in the lobby now missing. And as it just continues to run down and just doesn't stop, like people are starting to slip up a little bit and lose their rhythm, which is leading to a massive array of miscount at the moment. Massive misses coming through. And as we approach the ending, I mean, you really can't tell. Most likely WhiteCat with the leading accuracy going to be leading on the miscount, just scraping off of 99 ac, which is very impressive. But
impressive indeed.
Oh my god, WhiteCat and Kurumiw 5 and 6 miscount.
5 and 6, that's actually
very impressive. Yeah.
That is wild.
First time in a while that Plasma has missed out on the top 2 in the highest miscount, going at a miscount of 9. Still not too far away, and still, I believe, holding on to his lead.
I think it's even. I think
even now with
that
WhiteCat
map closed out the gap between those two players. They're now both at cumulative 25 misses. And, we're like, 4 maps in out of 7. So, I believe we have 3 more to go. And I think notably these next 2, I think, is where it really ramps up.
Yep. Currently just rounding up the miscounts at the moment.
Yeah, I'm currently keeping track of I believe the top 4, just so I don't have to add up as much. But definitely at the end we'll do a cumulative for everyone.
Yeah,
to get posted at some point. But this one is the second Tsundere Sam map. I think definitely this reminds me of like old school geometric style mapping. Not as freeform, but see lots of squares, lots of verticals. And then at the end it kind of breaks through and you just get full cross screen madness. Definitely a big step up. 8.14 stars now, 210 BPM.
Yeah, that's a big jump on the star rating as well. One thing to mention about that, like the skill cap's going to start increasing a lot as we get into the second half of the event. And this is where you're really expecting those higher tier players that perform really high in the qualifiers to do even better, and where that gap is going to start separating even more.
This seems like a map I would have seen a WhiteCat video of like 3 years ago of a god mode on, that kind of style. But at the same time, lots of players have caught up to that level of aim, and they're here ready to compete.
Team Grimoire just a banger artist as well. They really do suit this kind of crazy geometric into cross screen aim style.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, look at this. Like, this is a very different aim style from your usual maps that we've seen recently, where it gets a lot more sharp. It gets a lot more, as you said, it gets a lot more vertical, a lot more linear. And you see those kind of separated 1-2 patterns as well that can get really uncomfortable depending on who you are and how you feel on these kind of maps. And so far, quite a few are dropping quite a lot, actually. It seems to just be WhiteCat still holding on to a full combo. But very close to missing off it. That's a big square pattern who... nobody really hits consistently outside of WhiteCat and Yary.
Does find a break. Curse is smoking after the miss.
I think that might just be
slider jumps.
That might just be like a fat finger from WhiteCat on the smoke.
Oh,
because I do that sometimes. Yeah, because he was smoking like tiny bits when he's tapping. You can see it. Look, yeah.
Plasma as well, though, on 300 combo. Now, Lolu is building as well, but did find a miss. And I think this ending gets really rough.
I mean, where does the star rating come from, right?
It comes from here.
Yeah, this is just not fair. This is insane. And with that build-up, people have got quite a bit of combo to climb onto here, so that giant combo is where we're going to start seeing those players really hit the pop-off, and WhiteCat is just soaring ahead of the competition. No way. Oh my god,
bro.
WhiteCat.
What was...
He one missed it!
He one missed it,
He one missed it!
And I mean, really solid plays from other. I mean, Plasma with 3, Yary with 4, Kurumiw with 6, Origin with 5. I mean, not a single like even when like
Yeah,
this is a tough map.
This is a good lobby boy
That is
performance
a
here.
ridiculous lobby performance.
I mean, the only outlying struggle here is from MINHOCALOKA, but everybody else was popping off. That's impressive considering the difficulty of the map.
Yeah, and I mean, because of that, those consistent performances still, and I think this map is in likelihood, I think, where you're going to find the most misses. This is notably a massive step up in BPM, 234 now. I think the big factor with this one is if you're a single tapper, if you're somebody who prefers to aim single tapping, it's going to be a lot hard to find the stamina on this, but assuming you're comfortable, should be fine. A little bit shorter, but yeah, this one is definitely the hardest mechanically, I would say.
Yeah, this is weird. It's a lot higher BPM, and on top of that, the aim patterns are very sporadic. They go from really closed in to really spaced, which does scare me with this map. There's a really long intro section as well that I just would not be able to process, especially at the BPM. Yeah. So I'm curious if anybody's going to start fumbling at the very start of the map, but that's even before the even harder later sections.
Really spaced patterns at this BPM is no joke. See some misses early on.
Yeah,
finding a break as well.
Like this patterning is way more uncomfortable than it looks. But then it goes into the more comfortable yet way more mechanically intensive aim patterns here.
Oh,
just those space costume 1-2s. That's crazy.
Misses coming out everywhere.
Just look how it just seamlessly switches from ridiculously spaced into these scary, closed-in, awkwardly angled patterns here.
It's nice though. It gives you a bit of a reprieve, a little bit of time to compose yourself before it gets crazy again.
I mean, is it
FooTShooT have like 200 combo there? You might have. Plasma as well on 200.
Plasma's still whoa, Plasma. Okay, hold on. Oh, he goes down. Okay, that was a very impressive. That was an impressive combo though, considering the map. WhiteCat hitting the biggest peak of the jump actually, and holding him to the leading combo now.
You have these consistent 1-2s. Oh man!
No way! Oh, he won
the lobby, as its entirety played that pattern so well.
Yeah, that was a crazy lobby pop. That was better than the last map.
These miscounts, everybody's under sub 10. That's not real.
These miscounts are insane.
That's not real, man.
These miscounts are insane.
Kurumiw matching WhiteCat on 4, Plasma and Origin getting 6, Lolu with 5. The fact that nobody got more than double-digit miscount is absurd.
Yeah, that is insane, actually.
Extremely impressive. I thought this was going to be like a miscount killer for a lot of these players, but no.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody was able to hold up there.
I was honestly thinking the exact same thing, dude. I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised.
This is where it gets interesting, though. So right now, I believe the race has sort of narrowed down to 2 players. It's now WhiteCat up against Plasma. WhiteCat with 30 misses, holding the lead against Plasma with 34 misses. This last map, I believe, is going to be the Seni custom. Very challenging as well. And we'll see, does WhiteCat hold on to his lead, or can Plasma find a miracle play to get those 4 misses?
Wait, 34? I count as 36.
36?
I counted as 36.
I'll have to recount.
Oh god.
Sure.
Here we go. I'm bad at math. You're probably the right one, buddy.
I don't doubt you, because I'm on I've been awake for like 24 hours, so I could have mistyped very easily. I think it is 34 on Plasma. I think so. Don't think it is dramatic, his Kurugi, but I think it is a banger song. On the pick.
It's actually 666 that we're trying to get right now.
I hope we don't miss much of it. I believe it is being played.
Too. This song goes hard. I really hope we're not. Hey, look, OWT custom from Orange Gentle. Fun fact: this is the no mod. This is the no mod 2.
Number 2. Number 2.
No mod 2. No mod 2 in finals.
Was. Okay, here we go.
Oh no!
Hopefully we
Please
didn't
don't tell
miss
me
too
we missed
much.
it. It's half of it.
I think
No.
we've missed. I think we get the banger sections. Hopefully. Oh no.
Oh no!
Not this time.
We don't even get to hear the music.
Right
No.
now, though, I think the big thing to notice is Plasma is on presumably an SS, and that means he hasn't missed, which is really good. I don't know what WhiteCat is on. Lolu as well on an FC. I'll be performing pretty well on this one as we get into the difficult ending. I don't know what WhiteCat's score is, but we'll find out.
Lolu is also FCing, by the way. These patterns are much more comfortable. They're generally relying a lot more on that mechanics-heavy stuff and those crazy diff spikes.
I do agree.
And you're seeing the more comfortable players. Like, this is kind of their forte. Like Plasma and Lolu especially, they love these kind of maps. But I think we've missed the map.
The final scores, very unfortunate we missed that. The player with the full combo, to no one's surprise really, WhiteCat getting the 0 miscount on this last map.
Kurumiws.
We have Lolu getting 2 misses, Plasma with 3, but I do believe with that 0 miscount on the last map, WhiteCat does win it. Unfortunately, didn't get to see it. I believe that is a solo FC of the lobby as well. Very good play.
That's the last map?
I believe so. I believe so. That is very unfortunate. The client dying on us.
It was an S rank, by the way, but it was not an FC.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh, must have been a slider break then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Must have been a slider break.
Still crazy impressive though from WhiteCat. Such a shame that we got to miss the last one. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a tragedy. That's really sad. Oh well.
Unfortunately, cannot mend the past. That does mean WhiteCat does get an Uwood and keypad.
WhiteCat is indeed your winner, and he will have the Uwood and keypad, which is very cool. Congrats, WhiteCat.
Yeah.
And this had some good competition. You know, Plasma and Lolu were really not far behind. So I was expecting some really exciting competition there, but who else but somebody like WhiteCat to take it, right?
I mean, to be fair, I think the I'd have to do maybe the total miscounts later, but I mean Plasma was like 7 misses behind, or I think 7 misses behind. Lolu wasn't too far behind. You had a lot of players right there, so definitely at any moment could have been a chance, but overall WhiteCat just a more consistent one and getting the solo almost FC, definitely highest scoring map of the lobby.
Yeah. Sorry about all the tech issues that we had during this during the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you still found some good enjoyment off of the epic gameplay that we did get to see.
Yeah, hopefully it was still interesting, but yeah, unfortunate when tech issues happen, but. And I think that would be pretty much it. Thank you to all the custom mappers, obviously. I think I'll go through them once more. I think we had Sundere Sam, Quantum Vortex, X Asuna, Seni. Let me pull up, obviously, Grand with his map. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. I feel like I am. That's everyone. And yeah, thank you to all the players to join this lobby, being here, and GG's to WhiteCat. Fantastic plays, and I mean to everyone really. There's a lot of I still can't believe on that second last map everybody got sub 10 misses. That is bonkers. I almost kind of want now, like I almost wish we just put in like a 10-star bonkers map at the end while the players here, but I believe they are. But yeah, GG's.
Yeah, get a showcase
we'll
one.
see you next time. Hopefully next time we do an aim tourney or aim lobby should be more technically sound. I hope. Yeah.
Here's hoping. Yeah. Much love, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, we'll see you guys around. Take care.